I've just finished working on this Discovery and I get absolutely stitched up on this project. This is exactly why I usually don't follow instructions and I usually just figure it out myself, because there's always a difference and the difference will get you in trouble. And with this car, there was a difference, which I'll explain in the video, but yeah, it nearly went real south last night. But fortunately, I'm a quick thinker and I was able to fix the problem. It all looks factory how it's meant to be. So sit back and enjoy this video because I get frustrated at one point. Alright legends, we are doing a spare wheel carrier on this Land Rover out behind me today. Another one from Rijidij, which I'm pretty excited to fit. This one's actually new in a box. So the last one I fit, the guy had it for a few years, and I didn't have, it didn't come with, like, they're meant to have like a bit of a guide to show you where to cut a hole in the bumper, and it didn't have that. So I reckon I spent nearly an hour, maybe more, just figuring out where to cut that hole. So hopefully this one's a bit quicker because it's currently about 5:30. I'm not actually sure. The car got dropped off at 4:30. But I've been chatting to another YouTuber, and then I had 3 or 4 people come in, so I've just been talking for the last probably hour. I'm about to get stuck into this job now, and yeah, it's going to be pretty hectic because I have to get this done tonight. I could come back in tomorrow morning and have to do a little bit, but tomorrow after midday I've got to leave and go up to Melbourne for a private fight night, and so yeah, I don't really have time to be, well, I can't, this guy needs that car back tomorrow, so I have to get this done tonight. And then I've got another car getting dropped off for coilovers, and another car, I think that's coming in Sunday though, to get the guards rolled, and I've got to fix the bonnet on it or something. The bonnet pops up when he's driving. So yeah, bit of a busy weekend with everything going on, but yeah, we'll stop jibber jabbing and let's get into it. So I was cruising along pretty well because I only just recently did one of these, and the last one I did was not complicated, but it took longer because I've never done one before. But it didn't come with a template where to mark out the bar, so I had to figure that out myself. And I ended up getting it right. I was like a mil out. I had to elongate my hole to get it to work, but it was pretty bloody close. So this time, it come with this template, and I thought, well, at least that way that saves me that problem, because it took me about an hour to figure out exactly where to get the hole, because I couldn't mark it anyway. I had to sort of measure off things and figure it out. So this time I thought, well, at least that's one thing I don't have to worry about. Well, you say that, but I've just drilled the hole in this bar and fitted it up, and we should be at a pretty good point right now where we're actually starting to make headway, and the hole is nowhere near the hole. And it doesn't make sense for the hole to be back where the bracket's putting it right now, because it cuts into this trim that's on the top. So I'm a little bit confused at what's happened here. I don't think I've done anything wrong, because it's like it shows you on the plastic paper where to slip it underneath the trim, and that's exactly what I did. Marked my center hole and then drilled it. So I'm thinking either this template's wrong for the car, or maybe this bracket that bolts on the back is for like an earlier model, not for this model, which has thrown it out. But unfortunately it's nearly 8 o'clock at night, and I can't get onto the owner of the company because it's 8 o'clock at night. No one normally would answer their phones at this time. That's just fair enough, but I need to have this done by the morning. So I'm just trying to weigh up in my head what I do here, because option one is just to cut the hole out where it lines up with the bracket that I have, and then put it all together. But the problem is going to be, you're going to have this massive hole in your bumper, which will be mostly covered because it has this bracket here for the stopper. So that will cover up most of the hole, but it's pretty far out. Like, we're not talking 5-10 mil out, like we're 30 or 40 mil away from where we need to be. So yeah, it's not good. And the other thing is, I don't really want to cut this hole in the bumper where it needs to go for what I've got, just to find out that for some reason that's not going to work, because the tailgate's still got to open and stuff. So I'm worried it's going to be too close to that. Find out that I should I needed to swap this bracket over, and then I would have been right. So yeah, I'm going to have to try and just figure out off measurements whether I can actually put this in, because the problem is say the pins here, like that tailgate might not open, because that's where it wants to sit here, whereas it's meant to sit off to the side, which would make a lot more sense to me, because once you swing out, you're well away from the tailgate, whereas with it here, it's going to be very, very close to the tailgate. So I've just got to try and figure out whether that's going to work. I'll try and keep calling Murray and see whether I can't get onto him, but yeah, I'm kind of up shit creek at the moment, and trying to figure it out. So far out. I just got onto Murray then. This is just super, I don't know why I'm smiling. I'm just like in one of those, this is ridiculous moments in my brain. But I'm unlucky enough that this is either some sort of aftermarket tread plate, or Murray seems to think that it might be off a HSE, like a top of the range one, and it's different to the normal one. So unfortunately, the normal one would end further to the left, which means that plate, the template that he gave me, would have matched up to that, which makes sense, because if you look through the instruction manual, the one that's on it is black. This one's chrome. Yeah, I've got a bit stitched up here where the hole's different. At least I can see the side of where the spindle's going to go. So I'm going to mark this out now and cut it. I'm going to have to cut into this tread plate and stuff. But I'm going to do that, get it all right. And then what I'm going to do is I've got to decide whether I use some silver checker plate, which I don't think is going to look super pretty. Because this spindle cover that I showed you will cover most of this. I've actually got some black plastic, so I think I'm going to cut some black plastic that'll go on here, and then I can just screw it or pop rivet onto the top of that. And then once the wheel carrier's on, I don't think you're really going to get bothered by it. Unfortunately, this is not my fault. Followed the instructions. Murray said he's never even seen this tread plate before, and he's been doing this for like 20 years. It's just unfortunate. Maybe you guys could shed some light on it. Like he said, he did seem to think it's on the HSEs, because one other time someone's told him that the HSE has a different tread plate, which this is just an SE, so it should have been fine. The kit I got, that's what it's for, is for this exact model. So yeah, just unfortunately super unlucky frustrating, but it is what it is. So to keep going, it's fine. Just chop this out, and then we'll just try and figure out a way to make this look pretty. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I'll be able to make some sort of plate up, whether I make something out of steel, or I'm pretty sure I've got some 3mm plastic around here, and we'll just, we'll whip something up that'll make it'll look neat. Anyway, back into it. Alright legends, I've finished working on this Discovery. Yeah, it all went well in the end, but this is why it's handy to have a fully equipped workshop, because to be able to fix the things that I did on that car and do the stuff that I did, you can't just do that with a couple tools, you know. You do need some things, you know. I had to drill and tap a hole, I had to do a few things, but anyway, yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the things, and I'll see you on the next one.